we have discussed so far. Dasharatha Maharaj performed Ashwamedha Yajna and Putra Kameshti Yajna. To perform Putra Kameshti Yajna with great endeavor, he brought Rishi Shringa from Angadesha, who was actually married to his own daughter Shanta, who was presently residing in Angadesha with Romapadaraj. So we also heard the story of Rishi Shringa, son of Vibhandaka Rishi, and currently he is living in Romapada's place, Angadesha. So 1 year of preparation, Vasishtha Rishi he takes complete charge of Ashwamedha Yajna. He pays attention to all possible details, executes expertly to complete Ashwamedha Yajna. And Devatas Swayam appear, receive the Havis offerings from the sages. That is the real test that what your offering is reaching or not. And after receiving the offerings, the Devatas all go to Brahma Loka and they tell their problems. They say that, my dear Lord Brahma, you have blessed this demon called Ravan and he is terrorizing the whole world. Everyone is afraid of him to the extent of, if he comes out, the sun stops giving heat. Because sun gets worried, if I give heat, Ravan will take some action against me. Wind stop breezing out of fear of Ravan. Ocean stops sending waves out of fear. Everyone is living out of fear. There is no peace of mind. Ravan continuously has made his schedule, everyday schedule, attacking rishis, brahmanas, gandharvas, yakshas, siddhas, kimpurushas, vidyadharas. Every day he attacks. Every day keeps killing people. Every day keeps kidnapping apsaras, raping them, atrocities. So we are not able to take action because of your blessing upon him. What is the way out? What is the solution for this? How long we endure this problem? So Brahma said, when Ravana requested that he should not be killed, out of arrogance, he excluded two categories of people. He said, Manishyanam, out of, disrespect towards the humanity, the human species. Because Ravan felt it is a dishonor, it is some kind of a insult to ask Lord Brahma that I should not be killed by human beings. Because human beings are, not even, I don't even count them that they can cause any harm to me. And the Vanaras are the monkeys. So this is what he had asked. So if at all Ravan has to die, he can only be killed by a human being. So when they were discussing like this, the Supreme Lord Narayana Vishnu sitting on Garuda, having Shankha, Chakra, Gada in his hand, appeared there. And he said, my dear devotees, why are you all looking so concerned and worried? So they all said, my dear Lord, again they repeated their problems and they said, so just now we heard Lord Brahma said, only a human being can bring death to Ravan. So it is our request to you that you please appear in the human race. You are Supreme Lord, you are not human being. But because of this requirement, you appear and there is a king, Dasharatha Maharaj, along with his wives, he is performing Putra Kameshti Yajna. Dharmatmanaha, Mahatmanaha, Maharishi Samanaha. He is Dharmatma, Mahatma, like a great sage. He is a Ayodhyapati, king of Ayodhya. With the desire of getting a son, he is performing Putra Kameshti Yajna. So it is our prayer that you please appear as a human child to Dasharatha Maharaj and kill Ravan, who is committing all these atrocities. So this was their prayer. And Lord Vishnu gave assurance to all the Devatas and said, yes, I will appear and I will kill not only Ravan, all his family members and all his friends and whoever is associated with him. Everybody will be killed. I will do that. And then Lord Vishnu disappeared. Then Lord Brahma said, see, for all of you, Lokanam Hitakarinam, for the benefit of all of you, Lord Vishnu is going to come. So you are getting a golden opportunity to do seva to Lord. When he is come, the Lord doesn't want anybody's help, but you are getting an opportunity. So all of you should appear before Lord comes. So how will you appear? You can only appear in Vanara Jati or Vanara species. Right? Because if you appear in the human species, you cannot assist Lord Ram, because Lord Ram will go to Vanavas. At that time, nobody can go with him. So if you are a monkey, you can be with Lord Ram. So you can all appear. So yesterday we discussed how to do service to God, seva to God. Sometimes you may have to take a position like the monkey, which is not so great. It is not so honorable. It's not the most respected one. But Devatas all appeared. Indra appeared as Vali, Surya appeared as Sugriva, Vayudeva appeared as Hanuman, Yamadharmaraj appeared as Jambavan, Agni appeared as Nala, right? Like this, Kubera appeared as Gandhamadana. In millions and millions of numbers, they all appeared. So many of them. So all the preparations are done. And then Lord Brahma sent one Devaduta to personally go hand over payasam. That Devaduta was carrying the payasam, which is prepared by the Devatas, especially in the Meru Parvata. It was a golden kalasha, Suvarna kalasha, covered with silver lid. And he was carrying, and when the Rishi Shringa offered Purnahuti, from that fire, there was this glowing, radiant, effulgent person appeared from that fire. Everyone was surprised and astonished to see from the fire one personality came out. And he was glowing, he was shining, and he was carrying Suvarna Kalasha. And with Megha Gambhira Dhvani, he started speaking, and it appeared like the cloud was thundering in the sky. And he declared that Dasharatha Maharaja's Putra Kameshti Yajna is success. And he said that Devatas are all happy. They have personally sent their blessings in the form of this payasam. So he handed over that Kalasha, Suvarna Kalasha, and told that take Avabhrita Snana in the Sarayu river, distribute this to all your queens, and you will be blessed with special children. And he disappeared. So Dasharath Maharaj was so happy with his wives. He purifies himself and receives that special blessings in the form of payasa. Payaha in Sanskrit means milk. Payasa means it's an item made out of milk. So that special blessing, Dasharatha Maharaj distributed 50% of whatever was there in the Kalasha to Kausalya Devi. And remaining 50% he divided into 25-25. So he gave 25% to Sumitra. And then remaining 25% he again divided 12.5% share. He gave 12.5% share to Kaikeyi. And then again remaining 12.5 he gave back to Sumitra Devi. So Sumitra got 37.5%. I mean, that much portion of that payasam she got. So in terms of the share, Kausalya got the highest, Sumitra got the second highest, and Kaikeyi got the third highest. So this happened. After this, Valmiki Ramayan in the 18th chapter, it mentions, today we are going to discuss the appearance of the Supreme Lord Ram. We have come to that point. Nivrittetu kratau tasmin. Nivrittetu tatau kratau tasmin. Krata in Sanskrit means yajna. Nivritta means completion. So after completing Putra Kameshti Yajna, Hayamedhe Mahatmanaha Pratigrihya Surabhagan. So he said that after all the Yajna completion, Devatas received, they went back to their place. After Devatas went back to their place, as we know, to attend this special event, big kings had come from different places, like Janak Maharaj had come from Mithila, Kashi Raja had come from Kashi, Romapada had come from Angadesha, that Kaikaya Raja had come from KK Desha. So all of them, they have to go back. They're almost staying for 1 year with all their army and everything. So it is said, Samapta Diksha Niyamaha Patni Gana Samanvitaha. So yajna doing is like a diksha. Diksha means it's like on commitment. Till it gets over, you cannot do any other work. So he had taken the diksha of completing Ashwamedha and Putra Kameshti Yajna. Samaptaha. He completed that. And so after completing, taking bath in Ayodhya's Sarayu river, Dasharatha Maharaj Pravivesha Purim Raja Sabritya Balavahanaha. So he entered Ayodhya city, because where was this yajna happening? It was happening on the northern bank of Sarayu river. It was happening on the northern bank of the Sarayu river. So from there he entered Ayodhya city with all his Chaturanga Bala. Chaturanga Bala means elephant, horses, chariots and the foot soldiers. That's called Chaturanga Bala. With all his army, with Chaturanga Bala, Dasharatha Maharaj entered his palace. It means till this yajna got over, this Putra Kameshti Ashwamedha yajna got over, he was not living in palace. He was living like a yajna dikshit with vrata. He was actually taking lot of tapasya, austerities, and he was living in yajna shala. Yatarham pujitastena rajnya vai prithvishvaraha. So many other kings had come. Prithvi Ishwaras, the kings of this varieties of countries, they were appropriately given hospitality. They were taken care very nicely, and they all, with great excitement, happiness of witnessing such a big yajna. Like, you know, when somebody invites you for a great, like recently Ambani conducted some pre-wedding ceremony. Right? Nobody, we got invitation. We are also common people, but great, so-called great people, they were invited. All important people were invited. They were taken care very well. They were received well. They were treated well. And once the program is over, they were sent off in a very appropriate manner. So similarly, you can imagine, right, this Ambani is one of the wealthiest person, not the number one. So when Dasharatha Maharaj was there, he is the number one king. If he has done a program, what scale it would have been conducted? We can just imagine. Luckily, we got to see recent ones. So what scale and what level event it would have been. So that event got over, and now all the kings, they're saying, okay, we want to go back to our place. Yatarham pujitastena. Having been honored by the king Dasharath, Dasharath personally went to everyone, thanked them, said, thank you so much for personally coming, personally spending your time here with you coming with your family and all those things, right? Then they're very pleased, and they just paid obeisances to Vasishtha Rishi, Rishi Shringa. They're saying, what great sages are there in Ayodhya. What great sages. When they were doing yajna, Devatas were coming. Right? Like we do some program, nobody comes. But imagine somebody else does, big man does program, big ministers come, president will come, prime minister will come. So like that, these kings are saying, When Dasharatha is doing yajna, Indra came, Chandra came, Surya came, Kubera came, Ashtadikpalakas came. When will we see all? They will never come to our yajnas. Dasharatha is calling, Vasishtha is calling, they were all coming. And not only that, at the end of yajna, that Prajapati himself appeared out of the fire, and everybody personally saw that, and he declared, your yajna is successful. What a great sages, Vasishtha Rishi, Rishi Shringa, they paid obeisances to him, said, please give us permission, we want to return back to our place. Shrimatam gacchatam tesham swapurani purattataha balani rajnyam shubhrani praharshtani chakashire. When the army of the kings left the city, it is described in Valmiki Ramayan, when each king was going back, he goes back with his entire army. So Dasharatha Maharaj will personally go with that king till the end of the Ayodhya city. Wherever the Ayodhya city is there, he will accompany the guest with all that band, baja, with all the musicians, dancers, with all that appropriate hospitality, even sending them. Until he goes to the boundary of Ayodhya city and send them off and come back. This send-off itself went on for many days, because every day one king is going back. Every day Dasharath Maharaj will go with them till the end of the Ayodhya city, thank them and come back. So this was one never-ending festival in Ayodhya. Ayodhya Vasis are seeing every day something is going on. Big event is going on, isn't it? So they were all witnessing this, because it's not an ordinary event. As a result of this event, Supreme Lord Narayana is going to appear. Everyone is happy. As we already discussed, when we organize any event, any program, any function, it's not easy to make everyone happy. Some people will become unhappy. Some people will go back with complaints. Some people will say next time onwards, even if they invite, we will not go to any of their function. बहुत बेइज्जती हो गई हमारा. Oh, they didn't take care of us. They didn't look at us, they didn't smile at us, they didn't invite us for a photo, they didn't come and serve second time. Some loopholes will be there. But here everyone was happy. Everybody was taken care. That responsibility was taken care by Vasishtha Rishi, right? So, Gateshu Prutavishu Raja Dasharathastada. Gateshu Prutavishu Raja. All the kings of this planet, after they all went, they reached this, Raja Dasharathastada Pravivesha Purim Shriman Puraskritya Dvijottaman. After that, the Dasharath Maharaj did Satkritya, hospitality to all the Brahmanas who had come. So he sent them off. And then at last, Shantaya Prayayo, Shanta and her husband Rishi Shringa, they were staying till the end. And so Dasharath Maharaj went and said, can you please stay some more days with us? So they stayed for some more days. And after that, the Rishi Shringa and Shanta, they came and said, Raja Dasharatha, we are so nice, feeling so good in Ayodhya. We did this Putra Kameshti. Please give us permission. We want to go back to Angadesha. So they were also sent back. See, Ramayan, why is it saying all that? Today we live in a society, use and throw society. Means what? Once our work is done, whether you are gone, whether you are there, we don't know. Kya ho gaya aapka? No, I don't know. Over, now work is over. Putra Kameshti Yajna is over. Now I don't take care of you. Till you reach, they will call, shall we book a cab for you? Shall we book accommodation for you? Hotel room for you? Once my work is over, now I don't know how you go. You book your cab and you go. No. Valmiki Ramayan is saying how Dasharatha Maharaj received, how Dasharatha Maharaj sent them off. With same respect. With what respect he received them, with same respect he sent them off. With same gratitude, isn't it? Same excitement. And personally going and dropping them. Personally going and dropping them. Isn't it? How much Shakti, how much energy he must have for all those things. So he was doing all those things. Evam visrujya tansvrajam sampurnam manasaha. Sampurna manasaha. Dasharatha was feeling fully satisfied. His mind was feeling very satisfied. Sampurna manasaha. Mind was feeling, ab maine अच्छा से किया, very nice, feeling good. Uvasa sukitastasta putrotpim vichintayan. Now he is thinking, what kind of children I will get? When will I get these children? Because they did all these things finally for children. Putrotpattim vichintayaha, chintayaha. Now he is thinking, started thinking about his children. What kind of children will be born? Who will they be? Sanat Kumara told there will be great children will be born, right? And he said that when will they be born? When will I see them? And all that. Next, well, Raja is thinking like this. Finally, the day came. The Kausalya Devi is carrying the child. Sumitra is carrying. Kaikeyi is carrying. So now the most important time. Tato yagne samapte tu rutunam shatmatsaye. After completing yajna, complete cycle of the rutu happened. Valmiki Ramayana says there are 6 rutu. For those of you who are now disconnected from our Indian time calculation, rutu, there are 6 rutu. Rutu is a change in the nature, season. Presently, which rutu is there? Anyone knows? Vasanta rutu. Spring. Loosely you can call it as spring. Vasanta rutu means everywhere there is newness. Vasanta. Vasanta rutu. After that, which rutu comes? Grishma rutu. After that, which rutu? Varsha rutu. What does Varsha rutu means? Rainy season. After that, which rutu comes? Sharad rutu. After that, which rutu comes? Hemanta rutu, cold season. After that, Shishira rutu. See, these are all rutu. Rutu means there is a change in the nature. And exactly every 2 months this change happens. So there are 6 rutus into 2. So it becomes 12 months. So that means Dasharatha Maharaja's Putra Kameshti Yajna got over in Chaitra Masa, the one which is going on now. So exactly after 1 year from the time that he completed Putra Kameshti Yajna, completing the 6 rutus, it is said, Tato Yajne Samapte tu Rutunam Shat Samatyayaha. Shat Rutu Samatyayaha, completing them. Tatascha Dvadashe Mase, the 12th month from the time this Putra Kameshti Yajna was completed. Chaitre Navami She Tithau. Chaitra Masa Navami Tithi. Presently, this is called Chaitra Masa. This Chaitra Masa is a lunar month. Lunar means the moon based. There is a solar month, lunar month. So lunar month is named after the nakshatras. Chaitra Masa because of Chitra Nakshatra. When there is a Paurnima, on the Paurnima day when the moon rises in the sky, Chandrodaya, or the moon rising in the sky, when the moon rises in the sky, at that time, which is the nakshatra that is predominant in the sky, that nakshatra name is given for the next 30 days. This is how the months are given the name. So, Chitra nakshatra is what present when the moon is rising in the sky. So, because of which this is called Chaitra Masa. Chaitra means belonging to Chitra. This is called lunar monthly calendar. There are 27 nakshatras. Chaitra Masa, Ashadha Masa, like this, Bhadrapada Masa. And the solar months are dependent on zodiac sign. Like for example, Makara Masa, when the sun enters into Makara Rashi, that will be called Makara Masa. Like that. Right? Mesha Masa, Dhanur Masa, Karkataka Masa, Vrishabha Masa. So like that. So either you take solar calendar or lunar calendar. So mostly in the Vedic time calculation, it will be lunar calendar. So according to lunar calendar, Dwadasha Mase, how many months the Kausalya Devi was carrying? 12 months. 12? Complete 1 year after taking that payasam. Chaitra Masa, Navami Tithau, the 9th day. Shukla Paksha, Navami Tithau. Nakshatre Aditi Daivatye. Which nakshatra? The nakshatra on where Aditi Devi is the predominating deity. There's a reason why it is mentioned. It is basically Punarvasu Nakshatra. Punarvasu Nakshatra, Navami Tithi, Shukla Paksha, Chaitra Masa. This is the exact time Lord Rama appeared. And here it is said, Nakshatre Aditi Daivatye. On the nakshatra where Aditi, who is Aditi? Aditi is a wife of Kashyapa Rishi. This Kashyapa and Aditi, they have done so much tapasya. So much tapasya they did. And when the Supreme Lord appeared, what do you want? They said that every time, whenever you appear on this earth, avatar, we should be your father and mother. So this was their desire. They did not ask, please give 160-40 sight. They did not say, please give me some 100 marks in my exam. This is not their desire. So look at their desire. They said, we want to be your father and mother. You are, first of all, Ajaha. You don't have any father and mother. You are beyond father and mother. But whenever you come, take avatar, we like to be your father and mother. We want to experience of being father and mother of the Supreme Lord. And the Supreme Lord Narayana, Krishna said Tathastu. So the same Aditi Kashyapa appear every time. When Krishna appeared, they appeared as Devaki and Vasudeva. Like that in every incarnation they appear. That is why here it is said, Nakshatre Aditi Daivatve. So Lord kept his promise. I will always appear under you. So when the Aditi Devi is the predominant deity of that nakshatra, which is Punarvasu Nakshatra. So Tatascha Dvadashe Mase Chaitre Navami Ke Tithau Nakshatre Aditi Daivatve Socha Samsteshu Panchasu. There were 5 predominating planets. They were together and they were in the strong position. Some of us who do not know this Jyotisha, we have no, especially the present day, we don't take these things seriously. But this is a very big science. The 5 planetary situation, they were in their strong condition. Which are those? Sun, that is Surya, Mangala, Shani, Guru and Shukra. These are the 5 prominent planets and they were in very, very auspicious, kind of a, together they were. At that time, Panchasu, Graheshu, Karkate Lagne, in the Karkata Lagne, Vaksva Vinduna Saha. And the moon was at the same time very prominent. So those who know Jyotish Shastra, they understand the importance of all these details that is mentioned. Each planet, if it is prominent, what is the impact of that? What is the effect of that? And why these planets only are prominent when Lord Rama appeared? There is all that detail. We may not be able to go to that level of detail. Prodhyamane, at that time, who appeared? Jagannatham. Who appeared? Jagannath. See, it's very careful. Nowadays, simply somebody will come and say, I am God. Or they don't say, but their followers will say, he is God and all. See, it is very clearly mentioned. If God comes, it will be very clear like this. Shastra will tell whether he is God or not. Simply not that I will tell, I am God. Or you think, maybe I think I am God. No, maybe I am God, you are also God. I think everyone is God. No. Here it is very clearly mentioned. Prodhyamane Jagannatham. Jagannatha, the owner of the whole universe. Sarva Loka Namaskritam, to whom everybody bow down. Sarva Loka Namaskritam. Everybody surrenders to this person. Everybody is under his control. Everybody is, controlled by this person, Jagannatham. Kausalya Janayad Ramam. That person, Jagannatha, Sarvaloka Namaskritam, in the Chaitra Masa, Navami Tithi, with all this planetary arrangements, Kausalya Janayad Ramam. Kausalya Devi delivered this baby. Sarva Lakshana Samyutam. Sarva Lakshana. All the Lakshanas were there in this child. Who is that? Vishnor Ardham Mahabhagam. Sarva Lakshana of the Vishnu. Nobody should confuse. Maybe it was an ordinary child. People made them God. Sometimes people say like that. It is Rama, Krishna, they were also like us only. Because they did some big, good activities, people made them God. People did not make them God. Shastra is saying, Sarva Lakshana Samyutam Vishnor Ardham Jagannatham Sarva Loka Namaskritam. It is Vishnu with all the Lakshanas of Vishnu, Jagannatha, Sarva Loka Namaskritam. That person is the one that Kausalya Devi delivered. Mahabhagam Putram Ikshvaku Vardhanam. This son, in order to glorify the Ikshvaku dynasty, appeared from the womb of Kausalya Devi on the 9th day, on the 9th lunar day, on the Shukla Paksha, the shining 15th day of the moon, and Chaitra Masa. Bolo Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki. So this is how the Lord appeared. Now, some points, let us get into details. For us, for common people, Shastra says there is this dukkha called Garbhavasa dukkha. Being inside the womb of mother is considered as one of the greatest punishment. The child has to be there for 9 months. It's not a nice experience. It's very dark. Srimad Bhagavatam says there is no light. It's very dark. And it's not that, sometimes your hands, like I'm sitting here, my hands will pain, legs will pain, I can stretch and I can change my position. You cannot change your position. You're stuck in one particular position. And there are so many things. It is mentioned. If the Agni increases in the womb of the mother, it will affect the child also. So many ways. So it is so painful. That means the Supreme Lord also had to go through Garbhavasa Dukkha? No. He does not have to go through Garbhavasa Dukkha. This common people, we don't know much Shastra, so we are not paying attention. But those who know Shastra, they will ask this question. Supreme Lord is Ajaha. He doesn't go through this kind of a process. Then why did he enter the womb of Mother this Kausalya Devi? That means even God has to go through Garbhavasa Dukkha? No, he appeared like that to people. But he did not go through this kind of, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Ajopi sanna vyayatma sambhavami atma mayaya. Atma mayaya. I appear out of my own free will. I'm not bound to be in anybody's womb like that. And why did Ram appear on Navami? He can appear on Ashtami, he can appear on Saptami, he can appear on Shashti. Any day he can appear. Why did he choose on Navami only? Because according to Sankhya Shastra, there are many signs, there is a numerology. According to Sankhya Shastra, the number 9 is a very special number. It is called the number of stability. It's called complete number, stable number. Like for example, you take the number 9 and you multiply that number with any number. For example, 9 into 2. What is the result? 18. That 18 has 2 digits, 1 and 8. You add both. 1 plus 8 is 9. Like that, whichever number this 9 deals with, the final result will be 9 only. 9 5s are, how much is 9 5s are? 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. Any number, it completes with 9. It's the most stable number. So, the Navami Tithi indicates that Lord Ram will be the most stable personality. Most stable. There will be no instability. Most trustworthy. Isn't it? So, that is the Navami Tithi special. And now this Rama's appearance has happened. Next, what happened? Kausalya Shishubhetena Putrena Mita Tejasa. This Putra of Kausalya, the child of Kausalya, appeared with Amita Tejasa. Mita means limited. Amita means unlimited. Unlimited Tejas. This child has appeared. Yathavarena Devanam Aditi Vajrapaninaha. Exactly like how Aditi Devi gave birth to Indra, like that Kausalya gave birth to this child, is what it is said. Next, after this, Bharato Nama Kaikayam Jagnye. So it is said, Bharata appeared in the womb of Kaikeyi. There are some details that I'll tell after this. Jagnye Satya Parakrama, the Satya Parakrama Bharata, he appeared from the womb of Kaikeyi. Sakshat Vishnu Chaturbhagaha, even he is also Sakshat Vishnu Chaturbhagaha. Vishnu Sahasranama, those of you who chant Vishnu Sahasranama, you will know Chaturdamshra, Chaturvyuha, Chaturatma. So there is some feature of Lord Vishnu. That is Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. These are the 4 forms and features of Lord Vishnu. So all those 4 features of Lord Vishnu appeared as 4 children of Maharaj Dasharath Maharaj. So Bharat is one of that 4 features. And next, Ataha, thereafter, Lakshmana Shatrughna Sumitra Janayutsato. Lakshmana Shatrughna appeared from the womb of Sumitra. Virao Sarvastra Kushalau. They are so Veera, great people. Sarva Astra Kushalau, expert in all the weapons. Vishnur Ardha Samanvitao. Even there also Vishnus. It's the same Lord Vishnu appeared as Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna. Complete Vishnu, Ram, and his expansion, his Amsha, his Avesha as the remaining. And when did they appear? That is explained now. Because now we heard, when did Ram appear? Ram appeared on Chaitra Masa, Shukla Paksha, Navami Tithi. Right? Now next, Pushye Jatastu Bharato. In the Pushya Masa, Bharata appeared. When does Pushya Masa come? Yeah, it comes around either December or January. So that is when Bharat appeared. So there is some popular belief that Navami Ram appeared, next day Bharat appeared, like that. No, Valmiki Ramayan is saying, Pushye Jatastu Bharato. Pushya Masa, Bharat appeared. The Pushya Masa comes generally December and January, like that. Meena Lagne Prasannadhi. In the Meena Lagna Pushya Masa, Bharata appeared. Narshe Jatau cha Saumitri Kule Rabhyudite Ravau. So when did this Lakshmana Shatrughna appeared? They appeared in Ashada Masa, Ashlishya Nakshatra. Now it is Chaitra Masa. So Ashada Masa comes around July. That is when Lakshmana and Shatrughna appeared in the Karkataka, this one. And Pushya Masa, Bharata appeared. That means Ram appeared in Chaitra Masa, like March, April month. Next appeared was Lakshmana, that is in the Ashada Masa. After that, the third child was born in the Pushya Masa, that is in the December, January. After that, whatever Ashada Masa came, then Shatrughna appeared. This is the sequence, the correct sequence of the 4 children they were born. That means around 1.5 years time it took for all the 4 children to be born. This is a correct understanding. So first Putra Kameshti Yajna happened. After that it took 12 months for Kausalya Devi to give birth, that is in Chaitra Masa. After that it is mentioned here as Ashlishya Nakshatra, Meena Lagna. So that is when Lakshmana appeared, that is in Ashada Masa. That is around July. And then after that in the Pushya Masa, Bharata appeared. And in the same Nakshatra, same Masa, Shatrughna appeared. So this is the complete cycle. Now, again going back to Ram's appearance. Ragnya Putra Mahatmanascharo Jagnire Pratak. All these 4 worthy sons were successively born to the noble King Dasharath, successively, means one after other, endowed with all virtues, resembling Purva Bhadra, Uttara Bhadra stars as a brightness. And the moment the Lord Ram appeared, what is the impact of that? Like you see now, it's all dark. The moment the sun appears in the sky tomorrow morning, there will be some effect, no? What will be the effect? Everywhere there will be illumination, light will be there. This is one visible effect. All the birds start making sound, right? Now you see, no birds are making sound. It's all quiet, silent. The moment sun comes in the sky, the birds start making sound. Like that, when Ram appeared on this planet Earth, what was the impact of that? What were the changes? What did people feel? Were there any symptoms? Yes, it is said. What were the symptoms? The symptoms were Jaguhu Kalam Cha Gandharva. It is said that the Nanrutu, Apsararona, Gandharvas, there is one species called Gandharva. Like human is one category, Gandharva is one category. By birth, Gandharvas are known for 2 things. Naturally, they don't have to do anything for this. One is that they're extremely beautiful. By default, they are very beautiful. That's why any beautiful person is called Gandharva. Oh, you look like a Gandharva. Like that. And the second thing is, they are expert in music that we can't even imagine. Sometimes some people say, hey, I want to sing, I want to sing. Okay, you sing. So when they start singing, people start closing their ears. Hey, band karo yaar, bas ho gaya. The besur, like this. Music is not natural for us. Like you see, there is this koel, cuckoo bird. Coo, it makes sound naturally. It doesn't go for a Sangeet Pathshala. It doesn't get trained. By birth, it has got sweet sound. Like that, by birth, these 2 extraordinary things these Gandharvas have got. One is their beauty, other one is their music ability. Like that, there is another category called Apsaras. Their speciality is that by birth, naturally, they're expert in dance. Dance, varieties of dance. They can dance so well that we can't even imagine their dance. So when Ram appeared in the Swargaloka, Gandharvas they started singing beautifully. Apsaras started dancing. They were dancing happily. Gandharvas started singing, and there are the other people called this Kinnaras and Vidyadharas. They are famous for playing the instruments. They know how to play instruments very naturally. So they were playing instruments and Gandharvas were singing. Apsaras were dancing when Ram appeared. Devadundum bhayo neduhu pushpa vrishtischa kachuha. They started showering flowers. We have never seen that. We only have seen the water rain. Oh, that also doesn't come properly. People have a complaint. Oh, this year very less rain. Some people say, I didn't see only rain this year. Right? So in Kali Yuga, the water rain also doesn't come properly. Sometimes acid rain comes. It will come and burn. What was coming in Treta Yuga? Pushpa vrishtihi. Flowers started falling from the sky. Flowers. So much flowers were falling from the sky. People were all seeing. So they knew. Sometimes, you have these hailstorms. Hailstorms, they come and hit people, right? People will go and they hide. They don't want to go out like that. So like that, Pushpa Vrishtihi, flowers were showering from the Swargaloka. Gandharvas were singing, Apsaras were dancing, Vidyadharas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, they were all playing musical instruments. Utsavascha Mahanasid Ayodhyam Janakulaha. People came out of their home in Ayodhya. They came out. See, there are two things. We all can sing and dance inside our home. We can also go on the street and start celebrating outside of the home. Sometimes when in India, when there is this cricket match, IPL, when somebody wins, so people go out and they, burn crackers. They celebrate. Why don't you burn cracker inside your home? No, they want to tell everyone, see how happy we are. We make so much sound, isn't it? Oh, like that they'll be shouting, screaming. So it is said, Utsavascha Mahanasid Ayodhyayam Janakulaha. All categories of people, they came out of their home. They were singing, dancing, jumping. Oh, this, Supreme Lord has appeared. And Valmiki Ramayana says, suddenly all the trees and plants, flowers, it is not a season, but the flowers came out of all the trees and plants. So nice fragrance came. We should all remember when Ravana was born, what happened. Right? We had discussed detail. When Ravana was born, there was earthquake. What kind of rain it was? Anybody remembers? Rakta Vrishti. Here, Pushpa Vrishti. And when Ravana was born, the blood started falling from the sky. And the jackals, those dog-like creatures, jackals, they started circling from left to right, they were howling. Here, Gandharvas are singing. At that time, jackals were making sound. Oh, like that they are howling. Blood is falling, earth is trembling. The cloud covered the sun. The Suraj in the Asman was covered by the cloud. It became dark. And here, Lord Ram appeared during the midday, Madhyana Kala. And the sun was shining happily. In my dynasty, Surya Vamsha, Supreme Lord has appeared. The sun was so happy, dancing, happy. My dynasty, the Supreme Lord has appeared. Sun was it's the brightest time, mid-afternoon. Right? Gandharvas are singing, Apsaras are dancing, flower is falling, people are celebrating, the flowers are coming, fruits are appearing in the tree, fragrance everywhere. And it is said that people started experiencing so much of happiness inside them. They don't know the reason. They were experiencing very happy, very peaceful, some kind of joyful they are feeling. At the same time, all the Rakshasas started feeling very fearful. Their hearts started beating very fast. And their hands and legs started shivering. They started feeling as if very soon we are going to die. So this is how the whole world was experiencing the appearance of Lord Ram. Next it is said, Ratyascha Jana Sambhada On the main roads, people came. And they came not just like that, Natanartaka, with all the singers, dancers, they came on the road of Ayodhya. They are dancing, singing, celebrating, right? The Wednesday is the Ram Navami, right? See how many of you will go on the road and celebrate, let us see. How people are celebrating the appearance of Lord Ram. How a devotee celebrates to welcome the Lord. Isn't it? So it is mentioned here. Gayanaischa, they were Gayana, they were singing. Natanartaka, they were singing, dancing. Viravinyo, Vadanaischa, they have come out with their instruments also. Vadana, they are playing their instruments, singing, dancing. Pradeyamscha dadau raja suta magadim vanvisam. At that time, Dasharatha Maharaj was sitting in his office, that means his court, and he was doing his, with all his people, his job, his daily job is doing Suta Magada Vandigas. These are categories of people. They generally, during the monarch time, they are the one who deliver message to king. Not anybody and everybody goes and tells to king. There are specified people, Suta, Vandiga or Magadas. Their job is to go and inform good things, bad things, anything is there. They are like message deliverers. So they came to Dasharatha Maharaj. Maharaj, we have happy news for you. So Dasharatha Maharaj, who was anticipating, he said, yes, go on, and said, Brahmanebhyo dadau vittam godhanani sahasrasha. He said, oh, my dear Dasharatha, your success, the Putra Kameshti Yajna, the Kausalya Devi has delivered the baby. The moment he heard this news, he became so happy. On spot, what king does? You see here it is mentioned, Brahmanebhyo dadau vittam. First thing he did was he did dana to Brahmanas. When you hear happy news, you should do charity. You should do dan. Who should be the receiver? Brahmana. Not necessarily the present day caste Brahmanas. Those who are qualified. Those who are living as per the standards of that Brahmana lifestyle. Dadau vittam godhanani sahasrashaha. Thousands of cows he gave in charity. Vittam, he gave many other things in charity. The moment you hear any happy news, you should give some dana. When Vasudeva, when he heard the news that Krishna was born, he was in the jail. He didn't have anything to give. But even then, what did he do? Srimad Bhagavatam says, he closed his eyes, he started doing dhyana, and in his dhyana, in his mind, he started giving godhana. So, you cannot say that I don't have anything to give. At least in your mind, you can give. And later, when Vasudeva came out of the jail, that time he gave cows again. Because he had only given in the mind, now he gave. So, how the culture was. Any happy occasion, you share your wealth with others. So, next. Now, immediately Maharaj Dasharath is walking to the Prasuti Graha. He is coming there. Atityai kadaham. You know, it's so much happiness. Atitya. And all that. He came, he comes, he sees the child. It satisfies. There's so much of that... that pain that Dasharatha Maharaj was going through, that not having child, not having the right successor, all that completely satisfied the moment he saw the child. So, after that, the next thing that happened was Namakarana ceremony. So, when did the Namakarana ceremony happen? What kind of the names were given? Why those names were only chosen? Why not some other name? What were the reasons of these names? Dasharatha Maharaj and Vasishtha Rishi, they are the one who did Namakaran. When did they do? Why did they do? What were those reasons? And how did the Namakaran happen? Of all these four great children, the incarnation, avatar of Lord Vishnu, we'll hear in tomorrow's episode. We'll stop here. Shri Valmiki Ramayana ki, Shri Sita Rama Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Rama Navami Maha Mahotsava ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.